Welcome to Scholastic Scrimmage here on WQLN PBS. Scholastic Scrimmage is brought to you by the members of WQLN and these sponsors. Morris Coupling, a company with a strong commitment to service, manufactures parts for pneumatic conveying and industrial vacuum systems. Supported by a dedicated group of employees, Morris has called Erie home for more than 80 years. When it's time to choose a college, there's a choice recognized worldwide that's close to home. Penn State Barron offers the resources of a major university with a wide range of undergraduate and graduate degree programs and support for student success. Learn more at barron.psu.edu.
Hello, and welcome to the third season of Scholastic Scrimmage here on WQLN PBS. I'm your host, Glenn Holland. The match will have two halves with a lightning round midway through each half. We'll get to know the students a little better at halftime. As a reminder, Scholastic Scrimmage is a game that requires rapid recall of specific factual information and is not indicative of academic training. Time for our first toss-up. Buzzers ready. Here we go. What country whose border with Saudi Arabia was closed from 2017 to 2021 is home to Al Jazeera and hosted the 2022 FIFA Titusville JD?
Qatar.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What president ran for re-election on the slogan, "He kept us out of war," despite ordering U.S. occupations of Haiti and the Dominican Republic?
I got it. Teddy Roosevelt?
No, that was Woodrow Wilson. Toss-up. What force, which is independent of contact area according to Amundsen's first law, is reduced by lubricants and opposes relative motion? Cathedral James.
Friction.
Correct. Here's your bonus. What capital of China's Shanxi province and one of the country's four great ancient capitals is home to the Terracotta Army? That city is Xi'an. Toss-up. What play, in which the practice of bun burying is explained to Jack Worthing by his friend Algernon Moncrief, is an 1895 comedy by Oscar Wilde? That play is The Importance of Being Earnest. Toss-up. Which member of the Quraysh tribe received revelations at Mount Hira from the angel Jibril, which were eventually compiled into the Quran? Titusville, JD.
Muhammad.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. In November 2022, what country signed an agreement negotiated by the African Union to end a civil war against the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front?
Ethiopia.
That is correct. Toss-up. What food, whose white variety is the second most common source of sugar, is used in a soup known as borscht that has a characteristic red color? Titusville, Aiden.
Beet.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What 2022 films starring Rooney Mara and Claire Foy depicts an extended debate between the female members of a Mennonite colony? The film is called Women Talking, which is also its synopsis. Here's your toss-up. What university, whose literary group, the Inklings, included J.R.R. Tolkien, names an English dictionary called the Cathedral James?
Oxford.
That is correct, University of Oxford. Here's your bonus. Katrina is the sequel to what novel by Robert Louis Stevenson, in which teenager David Balfour reclaims his inheritance after being abducted?
Kidnapped.
That's correct. Here's your toss-up. What note names the dominant note in the key of C major, also names the major key with one sharp, and is the note a whole tone below natural A? Cathedral James.
G.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. What phylum includes the regenerative hydrozoan genus Hydra, as well as sea anemones, and jellyfish? That is Cnidaria is the phylum. Toss-up. What team won the 2023 President's Trophy with a second NHL regular season before being upset in round one of the Stanley Cup at home in Boston? Titusville, Aiden.
The Boston Bruins.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. The missing Flight 828 reappears more than half a decade after takeoff on what supernatural TV drama whose title can refer to a list of passengers?
What's it called? No, it's called like Manifest. Yes.
That is correct.
Let's go.
Toss-up. What country, which is the homeland of the Marina people, is governed from Antananarivo and is a large island off the south? Titusville, Aiden.
Madagascar.
Correct. Your bonus. The 1972 photo, The Terror of War, shows a screaming girl burned by what incendiary chemical widely used by the U.S. in bombing of Vietnam's jungles? Aiden.
Napalm.
That is correct. Toss-up, pencil, and that means it is time for our first lightning round. Titusville has first choice of topics. These are your choices: Person of the Year and Sports Teams.
Sports teams.
All right. Given one or more teams, name the sport. New York Yankees.
Baseball.
Correct, you'd have to ring in.
Oh, all right.
Cleveland Browns.
Football.
Seattle Sounders.
Hockey.
No, it's soccer. Carolina Hurricanes.
Hockey.
Team Penske.
Basketball.
No, that's auto racing. The All Blacks team from New Zealand.
Rugby.
Correct. Minnesota Lynx.
Women's basketball.
Correct. Samsung Khan.
Soccer.
No, that's esports in South Korea. Calgary Roughnecks and Philadelphia Wings.
Canadian football.
No, that's lacrosse. Springfield Lasers and Chicago Smash.
Arena football.
No, that's tennis. And that's the end of that lightning round for you. We go on to Cathedral Prep's topic, Person of the Year. Given a year and description, name the Person of the Year as chosen by Time magazine. 1963 gave the I Have a Dream speech.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Correct. 2019, Swedish environmental activist.
Greta Thunberg.
Correct. 1927, made the first solo transatlantic flight.
Pass.
1930, Indian man who led the Salt March.
Gandhi.
Correct. 2001, mayor of New York City on 9/11.
Pass.
1981, Polish man who founded the union Solidarity.
Pope John Paul II.
No, it's Lech Waleska. 1998, independent counsel who investigated Bill Clinton.
Pass.
1936, woman whose relationship with Edward VIII caused a scandal.
Pass.
1995, Speaker of the House who co-wrote the Contract with America. That was Newt Gingrich. The woman who had the relationship with Edward VIII was Wallis Simpson. Later became the Duchess of Windsor. All right, we are back to regular play then. Our next toss-up. How much simple interest will a $200 investment earn in 3 years if the interest rate is 6% per year? Titusville, Preston.
$36.
Correct. Here is your bonus. The hippogriff Buckbeak is sentenced to death for attacking what Hogwarts student whose father Lucius is a powerful Death Eater?
Draco Malfoy.
Yes, that is correct. Toss-up. In what country did disputes over migration policy in July 2023 cause the fall of Mark Rutte's government in the Tweede Kamer Parliament in The Hague? Aiden?
The Netherlands.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. What large-scale events led to decreased power production that ended the missions of NASA's Mars probe Opportunity in 2018 and InSight in 2022?
Solar flares.
I'm sorry?
Solar flares.
No, it was dust storms. It's dusty on Mars. Toss-up. What author of the 1952 play The Mousetrap wrote about a snowbound train aboard which is Detective Hercule Poirot? Cathedral, James?
Agatha Christie.
Correct. Here's your bonus. The Viscount and the Sforza both served as dukes of what city in Lombardy? The answer is Milan. Toss-up. What quantity which equals moment of inertia times angular acceleration is defined as radius cross force? Titusville, Preston.
Torque.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What body of water partly fills a caldera that formed when Mount Mazama collapsed about 8,000 years ago in Oregon?
Crater Lake.
That is correct. Should be Caldera Lake. Toss-up. What city at the meeting of the Klang and Gombak rivers is home to the Istana Negara Palace, where Abdullah of Pahang reigns as king of Malaysia? Titusville, Aiden.
Kuala Lumpur.
Correct. Here's your bonus. John Polidori's short story, The Vampire, was inspired by what poet who died during the Greek War of Independence before finishing his epic Don Juan?
Homer.
No, that was Lord Byron. Toss-up. What city, whose cathedral has a dome designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, is home to the Uffizi Gallery as well as Michelangelo's Cathedral?
Florence.
Michael. I'm sorry?
Florence, the city.
Correct. Here is your bonus. What Middle Eastern nation was invaded by Israel in 1982, prompting a Syrian occupation that lasted until the 2005 assassination of Rafik Hariri?
Kuwait.
No, that was Lebanon. Toss-up. What novel that depicts McWatt's suicide in a plane crash is set on Pianosa, centers on bombardier John Yossarian, and is by Joseph Heller? That novel is Catch-22. Toss-up. What radio waves found at the peak of a namesake background radiation field left over from the Big Bang is used in namesake ovens to heat food? Cathedral Prep, James.
Microwave.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What two-digit number worn by Jackie Robinson is the answer to life, the universe, and everything in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
42.
Correct. And that is the end of our first half. The score is Cathedral Prep with 110 points and Titusville with 180. Let's take a moment to get to know our contestants a little bit better.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm in 12th grade at Cathedral Prep, and my favorite subject is environmental science.
Hi, my name is James. I'm in 11th grade at Cathedral Prep, and my favorite subject is calculus.
Hi, my name's Julia. I'm in 11th grade at Cathedral Prep, and my favorite subject is English.
Hi, my name is Calvin. I'm a junior at Cathedral Prep, and my favorite subject is English.
I'm Charlotte. I'm in 10th grade at Titusville High School, and my favorite subject is biology.
Hi, I'm In. I go to Titusville High School. I'm a junior, and my favorite class is physics.
Hi, my name is Preston. I go to Titusville Senior High School. I'm a senior, and my favorite subject is physics.
My name is JD. I'm a senior at Titusville High School, and my favorite subject is government and economics.
And we are back with the second half. Here's your first toss-up. What African empire was established after the Battle of Karina by Sundiata, had later kings called Mansas, and hosted the trading post of Timbuktu? Titusville, Aiden.
The Mali Empire.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. The city across the border from El Paso is named after what first indigenous president of Mexico who regained power from Emperor Maximilian in 1867?
Ciudad Juarez.
That's correct, the city of Juarez. Toss-up. What book series, which is planned to end with its 7th novel, A Dream of Spring, is largely set in Westeros and is by George R.R. Martin?
A Song of Ice and Fire.
That is correct. Titusville, J.D. Here's your bonus. Platinum can be used in what general class of medicine used to treat cancer, which can cause hair loss, fatigue, and other negative side effects?
Oh my bad.
That was a bonus.
I got excited there.
Chemotherapy.
That is correct. Toss-up. What conic sections are used to approximate integrals in Simpson's rule, always have an eccentricity of 1, and are the graphs of quadratic functions? Cathedral, James.
Hyperbolas.
I'm sorry?
Parabolas.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What year of the Chinese zodiac began in January 2023, succeeding the year of the tiger?
Year of the Dragon.
No, it was the year of the rabbit. Toss-up. Which battle, fought shortly after the Battle of Stamford Bridge, was depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry and saw Harold Godwinson lose to William I? Titusville, Aiden.
Battle of Hastings.
That is correct. Here is your bonus. Edmond Dantes is imprisoned after agreeing to carry a letter from the exiled Napoleon in what novel by Alexandre Dumas?
Messiah.
No, Edmond Dantes was The Count of Monte Cristo. Toss-up. What English composer of The Dream of Gerontius included a Nimrod movement in his Enigma Variations and wrote the Pomp and Circumstance Marches? That was Edward Algar. Toss-up. What region, which is home to Banks Island and the city of Inuvik, is where the Mackenzie River flows from the Great Slave Lake near Yellowknife? That region is the Northwest Territories. Toss-up. What woman who wrote that presidents are not kings in a 2019 ruling involving Doug McGran succeeded Stephen Breyer as a justice on the Supreme Court? Titusville, J.D.
Amy Coney Barrett.
No. Cathedral Prep.
Judge Jackson.
That is correct. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Here's your bonus. From the original statement, if P, then Q, what 14-letter name is given to the logically equivalent statement, if not Q, then not P? It's contrapositive. Toss-up. What man who renamed his vessel from the Pelican to the Golden Hind completed history's second ever circumnavigation while sailing for Elizabeth I? Titusville, Aiden.
James Cook.
No. Cathedral Prep?
Cortez.
No, that is Sir Francis Drake. Toss-up. Pencil and paper ready. How many cents will be given in change if a $10 bill is used to buy 3 pies that each cost $3.10? Cathedral Prep, Cal.
400 cents.
No. Titusville?
70. Do we need to bring in?
70 cents is correct, yes. Here is your bonus. What lengthy novel by David Foster Wallace is partly set at the fictional Enfield Tennis Academy in Massachusetts?
No answer.
No, that novel is Infinite Jest. And now we move on to our second lightning round. And this time, Cathedral Prep has choice of topics. Your choices are starts with art or currencies of the world.
Currencies.
All right. Given a country, name its basic unit of currency. Canada.
Canadian dollar.
Correct. United Kingdom.
Pound.
Correct. Japan.
Yen.
Correct. China.
Yuan.
Correct. Iraq.
Pass.
Austria.
Euro.
Correct. Switzerland.
Euro.
No, that is a Swiss franc. Russia.
Ruble.
Correct. Albania.
Pass.
Bangladesh.
Pass.
Iraq.
Pass.
Albania.
Pass.
Bangladesh.
Euro.
No, that is the taka. Iraq is the dinar, and Albania is the lek. Titusville, your lightning round starts with art. Give these answers that begin with the consecutive letters A-R-T. Green vegetable with an edible heart.
Artichoke.
Correct. Greek goddess of the hunt.
Artemis.
Correct. Phylum of invertebrates such as beetles.
Arthropods.
Correct. New Yorker who became president after James Garfield was assassinated.
Pass.
Type of blood vessel that carries blood away
Arteries.
from the heart. Sorry?
Arteries.
Correct. Term for an object unearthed by an archaeologist.
Artifact.
Correct. Nickname of a thief named Jack Dawkins who mentors Oliver Twist.
Pass.
Class of weapons that includes cannons and mortars.
Artillery.
Correct. Medical condition in which joints become stiff or swollen.
Arthritis.
Correct. 8-letter synonym for trick or deception.
Pass.
New Yorker who became president after James Garfield was assassinated.
Arthur.
Correct. Name of a thief named that Jack Dawkins and Oliver Twist was the Artful Dodger. And an 8-letter synonym for trick or deception is artifice. We return now to our regular play with another toss-up. Buzzers ready. What body part is found inside a loaf of bread in a story by Nikolai Gogol and is very prominent on the face of swordsman Cyrano de Bergerac? Cathedral, James.
Nose.
I'm sorry?
Nose.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. Pencil and paper ready. How many edges does the complete graph K5 contain, given it can be drawn as a pentagram inside a pentagon?
$25.
No, 10. Toss-up. What president who won 2 terms by defeating Horatio Seymour and Horace Greeley succeeded Andrew Johnson in 1869 after serving as a Union general? Cathedral, James.
Ulysses S. Grant.
That is correct. Here's your bonus. What senator who promised in 2016 not to seek a 3rd term narrowly defeated Mandela Barnes to win re-election in Wisconsin in 2022?
John.
Sorry?
John.
No, that's Senator Ron Johnson. Toss-up. The air humans breathe lies in what lowest layer of the atmosphere? The region where most weather occurs and the one beneath the stratosphere. Titusville, JD.
Sorry, lithosphere?
I'm sorry?
Lithosphere?
No. Cathedral Prep?
Thermosphere?
It's the troposphere. Toss-up. What two letters are the ship prefix for merchant steamship? Denote the infielder between second and third base, and name a Nazi paramilitary group. Titusville, JD.
SS?
Correct. Here's your bonus. The Roman Empire reached its greatest extent under what emperor, whose victory in the Dacian War is recorded on his namesake column in Rome?
Augustus?
No, that is Emperor Trajan. It is the Trajan column, or Trajan's column, I should say. Toss-up. What holiday during which adherents go to the Ni'ilah service and say the Kol Nidre prayer involves Jewish people seeking forgiveness of sins? That day is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Toss-up. What U.S. singer-songwriter who won Grammys for his album Time Out of Mind sang Cathedral Prep, James?
Bob Dylan?
Correct. Here's your bonus. What NFL player who in 2022 threw, caught, and ran for touchdowns in a single game was traded to the San Francisco 49ers in 2022?
Travis?
That's Christian McCaffrey. Toss-up. In what event in which Marsha P. Johnson threw a shot glass did patrons at a New York bar resist police and help launch the gay rights movement? Titusville, JD.
Stonewall riots?
That is correct. Here's your bonus. In 1981, Marcus Sargent fired 6 blank revolver shots at what woman while she rode a horse down the mall for the annual Trooping the Color ceremony?
Jane Smith?
No, it was Queen Elizabeth II. Toss-up. What element is bonded to carbon in Teflon, has the highest... Cathedral Prep, James.
Fluorine?
Correct. Here's your bonus. What American physicist who pioneered QED, or quantum electrodynamics, names a type of diagram that depicts interactions between particles?
Richard Feynman?
Correct. And that is the end of our competition. Cathedral Prep, your score is 230. Great job during the matchup. Good luck with the rest of your academic year. Congratulations to Titusville with a score of 320. You will be moving on. I'm Glenn Holland. Please join us again for the rest of our competition.